Good morning, I'm Lacey Shippey on the Rural Radio Network, and it's time to take a look at our midday livestock trade. I've got Kyle Bumsted, a livestock market analyst. And Kyle, we had a down day last week, and we weren't quite sure what to anticipate this morning, but it looks like cattle are making a run for it today. What do you see for trade this week?
Well, that's right. We had pretty much a down week last week, with Friday kind of finishing off the week there on a sour note with everybody. But today we're up $8 here on these September feeders, which given where the index is sitting at, we're trading that index around 362.5 when the Merck updates it later today. And we got September feeders at 358.5. And we've got about 7 to 10 trading sessions left here before those finally go off the board. So, selling those feeders when they were discount like that could be a little bit treacherous. However, some of those index sales, they've been all over the board here this past week. So, definitely keep an eye on that if you're still involved there. October feeders up 8.5 at 354.30. November's up 7.15 here at 350.40. So what we're seeing here across the board generally is some commercial buying here after that sell-off we saw there on Friday. Live cattle side of things here, we're up 4.25 here on these Octobers. The Goldman roll should be done, but we could still see a few of these smaller funds rolling out here, getting out of those Octobers into the Decembers. But that spread there, we did see some roll here on the open. It widened out to 202.5. It's narrowed up into $1.55. It's trading around $1.65 right now. So we are seeing a little bit of commercial buying there. However, we are seeing some commercial selling in that Dece versus Feb versus April. Dece losing ground to the Feb, and Feb losing ground to the April here as we've been going along here this morning. Cash so far this week is called steady to maybe a little bit lower, and we do have a cattle on feed report here on Friday. So you're going to see all kinds of movement here, I think, on both sides, and it's definitely going to be a wild week here, Lacey.
Well, thank you, Kyle. That is livestock market analyst Kyle Bumsted. If you'd like to talk to him about the livestock markets, call him at 308-708-7340. You're listening to the Rural Radio Network.
As the leader in bovine respiratory disease solutions, Zoetis knows you need every edge you can get in your fight against BRD. That's why our solution's active ingredients include Josh, and James, and Amy, and Beth, and Mike, and 100+ more professionals with top-of-the-line expertise to keep your cattle and your ROI healthy. Visit ZoetisUS.com/BRD or talk to your veterinarian to get started.
The Nebraska FFA Foundation supports students like Caden Van Winkle from Tri-County through grants. Caden is building his online channel he calls KVW Outdoors.
I go hunting, fishing, all sorts of stuff outdoors, and I take my viewers along with that and explore the outdoors, try to be an advocate for the outdoor industry.
Supporting students as they pursue their dream and creating career connections. Visit NEFFAFoundation.org. Brought to you by Pinnacle Bank.
Welcome back to the Rural Radio Network. I'm Lacey Shippey with a look at your markets. Corn is under pressure today after the USDA predicted another 1.3 million acre boost in corn harvested acres. Private exporters have reported sales this morning of 5.9 million bushels of corn to unknown destinations. Soybeans are lower after trying to hold on to the gains seen last week, an increase in harvested acres of 200,000 from August and a record 53.5 bushels per acre yield in Friday's report, as well as a lack of Chinese deal, is keeping some pressure on the complex. The wheat market is slightly higher this morning. The report featured a 25 million bushel increase in U.S. export sales, but also a sharp increase in other major exporter production as well. December corn is down 7.25 at 422 3/4. March down 6 3/4 at 440.5. May down 6.5 at 450.5. November soybeans are down 1.25 at 1045. January down 1.25 at 1064. March down 1 3/4 at 1078.5. Chicago December wheat is up 1 at 524.5. March up 3/4 at 541 3/4. Kansas City December wheat is unchanged at 514 3/4. March up 3/4 at 535 3/4. October soybean meal is down 2 at 285.60. October bean oil is up 19 at 51.86. October live cattle are up 442 at 234.40. December up 410 at 236.05. October feeders are up 870 at 354.50. November up 725 at 350.50. December lean hogs are up 42 cents at 89.05. February up 40 at 90.77. And Class 3 milk for October is up 25 cents at 16.57. November up 16 at 16.37.